The last tools that I want to introduce in these videos are built-in functions that make complicated calculations accessible. Basically, these are ways to do mathematical operations that go beyond basic multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And they will be super useful for us towards the end of the class when we are calculating statistics on large data sets in Google Sheets. Anyway, to use a function, you start by initiating a formula with an equal sign. Then you can enter a formula with a function in it. In this case, I'm going to start typing the name of a function that allows me to calculate powers or exponents. It's called POW, like P-O-W. And I'm going to use it to calculate 10 raised to the third power. So here I'm going to start with an equal sign and then start typing the name of the power function. After I get a few letters in, we can see that Google Sheets begins suggesting built-in functions. Towards the top, we see two suggestions that both allow us to raise a number to a power. I'll go ahead and select the first option that we are looking for. And you'll notice that Google Sheets even provides some guidance on how to use the function. Basically, it's telling us that after the function name, you include a set of parentheses, and inside the set of parentheses, you provide some information that allows the function to carry out its calculation. In this case, the POW function requires a base number and the power that you want to raise that base number to. So what I'll do here is enter 10, comma, 3, close off the parentheses, hit enter, and the function will calculate 10 to the third power, or 1,000. Actually, this will work even if I don't close off the parentheses that indicate the information accepted by the function. If I wanted to, I could do the same calculation by referencing cells in my spreadsheet rather than entering explicit numbers. So if we wanted to, we could carry out the same calculation by referencing a cell containing a value of 10 and by referencing another cell that contains a value of 3. Some functions will accept an entire region of input cells. For example, what if I wanted to sum up an entire column of data? In this case, we would use a different function called sum, or SUM. And inside the parentheses associated with that function, we can select an entire range of cells. In this case, I'm going to select an entire column of data. And as we do this, you can see how Sheets identifies a range of cells like this. Basically, it expresses the range as the beginning cell and the end cell of the range separated by a colon. You can type this in if you want, but it's almost always easier for me to just select the region that I want to include in my function by using my mouse. If I hit enter or tab, this built-in function will sum up all of the cells in the range that I inputted into the formula. Another useful function is the average function, which, as you might expect, calculates the average value in a range of cells. I can calculate the average value for our second column here by starting with an equal sign, starting to type out the name of our average function, selecting the appropriate suggestion, selecting the range that we are interested in, and then hitting enter. It's worth noting that you don't have to use one of the functions selected by Sheets. You can simply type in the name of a function, if you know how it's spelled, along with a set of parentheses, and you should be okay. You don't even have to use all caps the way that the program does when it suggests a function. But personally, I think that using the suggestions is a really nice way to do a little bit less typing. Other useful functions are max or MAX, if you want to find the maximum value in a range of cells, min or MIN, if you want to find the minimum value in a range of cells. There are also functions like sin or sin to calculate the sine of a number, or cos, cos, to calculate the cosine of a number, log to calculate the log of a number, and so on and so forth. If you want to explore all the functions that might be useful to you, you can head over to the Insert menu, go down to the Function submenu, and then look at all the different categories of functions that are built into Google Sheets. The key that I want to reiterate in this video is that any calculation, regardless of whether it's a simple formula or it contains complicated built-in functions, needs to start with an equals sign. If you don't start with an equals sign, Google Sheets will think that you're entering text, and it will not know what to do with the information that you're entering it, other than display it exactly as you entered it. So remember your equals sign. All right, so that's a lot of information for now. For those of you that are new to these tools, go ahead and open up a new Google Sheet, start playing around, because some level of familiarity with these tools will help out a lot when we start to jump into our in-class exercises.